Some background knowledge that you will need to know to solve for parallel circuit is that your first symbol means that there's a battery, your second symbol means that there's a resistor, and your third means that there's a light bulb.
More background knowledge that you may need to know is that the total voltage in a parallel circuit is constant throughout the whole problem. The total current is the sum of all the currents in the problem. The total resistance is the inverse of the sum of all the inverses of the resistors.
The variables used are that R is equal to your resistance, which is measured in ohms, I is equal to your current, which is measured in amps, and V is equal to voltage, which is measured in volts.
Also, to solve this problem, the rules you need to know are the total voltage is the same throughout the whole problem, the total current is the sum of all the current in the problem, and the total resistance is the inverse of the sum of all the inverses of the resistors.
Here is a picture of a parallel circuit with a battery and 3 resistors. Here's a picture of our problem where we're asked to solve for the total resistance, the total current, and the current for R1. The givens for the problem are that your total voltage is equal to 40 volts, resistance 1 is equal to 5 ohms, and resistance 2 is equal to 20 ohms. The equations that you're going to use to solve the problem are that V is equal to IR, which is Ohm's law, and that your total resistance is equal to the sum of all your resistance and taking the inverse of them. Now to solve the problem, you will plug in your givens to the equations that were previously shown. After doing so, you add the two resistance and you get 0.25. Then you take the inverse of that and you will get 4. Then to get IT, you will divide by the total voltage by the total resistance and get 10 amps. And then lastly, to find I1, since the current stays the same throughout, you would divide by 5 and get a total current of 8 amps. So to solve our problem, it is a parallel circuit with RT of 4 ohms, IT, which is 10 amps, V1, which is 40 V, and I1, which is 8A. The end.